Interesting update. Maybe I am going to give y'all an hour show. Interesting update on the conversation of Yannick Ngakoue. We got this from Ryan Poles. The Chicago Bears have basically been in constant contact with Yannick Ngakoue. The Bears trainers have actually been working with Yannick Ngakoue through the entire recovery process. And the more you hear about the conversation around that opposite defensive end, it seems very likely that Yannick Ngakoue may be coming back to the Chicago Bears, especially when you hear that the Bears have been in close contact, because they don't have to do that. They don't have to sit there and be a part of his recovery process, because right now he's not signed. He's not a Chicago Bear. So the fact that they're doing that, the fact that they're continuing to monitor his condition, where he's at, how he's feeling, different things like that, that to me made my ears perk up, because that's almost like, hey, we want to make sure you're good before we sign you. Now, Ryan Poles did say that the trainers have been the only people that have really worked with him, that the trainers have been the only people who have really been around him. So the Bears medical people themselves haven't really gotten a chance to look at Yannick just yet. But I mean, listen, like, to me, hearing that the Bears have been that close with Yannick the entire time, hearing that the Bears have been keeping an eye on him, that's a pretty big signal to me that you might see him come back and be a Bear opposite Montez Sweat. And then my question to everybody on that is, okay, if that's the case, where do you have this defensive line now? If you re-sign Yannick, where's this Bears defensive line now? Now, to me, I think you're talking about a defensive line that has some good depth. Now, to me, I think you're talking about a defensive line that has some teeth to it outside of just Montez Sweat, right? Now you're talking about DeMarcus Walker being an inside backup and an outside backup. Now you're talking about having Austin Booker be that backup opposite edge. Now you're talking my language, is what I'm saying. Now your defensive line goes from like, it's kind of a weakness there, to, man, that could be one of the strengths of the team. And I'm telling you right now, I'm very high on Austin Booker. Very high on Austin Booker. I think we got a gem in that 5th round. I think we're going to be able to see that as well. But I just think that you've got a team right now, defense-wise. You add Yannick Ngakoue to that, oof. Now, you still got to see the production. And we heard Tremaine Edmonds talking about Javon Dexter today. He said basically, like, nobody works like this kid. This kid's got something special. Y'all are going to see it this year. I hope we do. I hope we are able to see something special from Javon Dexter this season. Because you're signing that opposite edge. That means that Javon Dexter, you're putting a lot of eggs in that basket. And as a 2nd round pick, you got to put all your eggs in that basket. He's one of the guys that's got to hit. He's your 3 technique. If he don't hit, we got issues. So hope to see a lot from Javon this season. Going to be watching him very closely at camp. First day in pads, we did get this. First day in pads is going to be next Saturday. So that's the day to really look for, especially with the offensive line and the defensive lines. That's the day to really focus in on. The team as a whole, you can tell kind of certain things from the first week and a half, but seeing this team in pads, that's going to be what's really going to be telling about a lot of the pieces that this Bears team is going to have. But appreciate you guys tuning in, showing love, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Hey, I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. It's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Bye.